Hello there, welcome to the late update from Calendar. Police divers have been drafted into the search for a young mum from North Yorkshire who went missing 2 days ago. Victoria Taylor, who's 34, was last seen in Malton on Monday morning. Since then, a huge search has been taking place involving residents and police focusing on the River Derwent. Jonathan Brown was there earlier.
Well, there is still a lot that we don't know about Victoria's disappearance, but the evidence so far has pointed in the direction of this waterway, the River Derwent. Now, Victoria was last seen on Monday morning buying a number of items from a BP garage just around the corner from here. Since then, a number of those items have been found along the riverbank, and then on top of that, police have also found a backpack and a cap, which are believed to be hers. Now, Victoria is 34, she's a mum of a 2-year-old daughter. She also has a partner at home. She's a nurse at a nursing home in Malton. So she's loved by many in this town, which is perhaps why so many people have turned out today to try to find her, including her sisters Emma and Heidi, who I spoke to earlier on.
She's a very popular person. Obviously she's a nurse and looked after so many people's parents round here. And
Vicky, if you can just come on.
Yeah. Or if anyone knows anything, or just let
call
us
the
know.
police. We just want her home. She's got a little baby, Matthew, a partner. We're just so worried.
If you can come home, just come home, and just thank you for everyone searching and keeping hope.
Well, North Yorkshire Police sent an underwater search team here earlier on today to try to find Victoria. They were using specialist sonar equipment to see what was beneath the surface of the water. Now, North Yorkshire Police have also told people in Malton and Norton to remain vigilant and to report any sightings or potential sightings of her to them as soon as they can. So it's worth sharing that she's about 5'6" tall, and she was last seen wearing a black jacket, blue jeans and a grey hooded jumper. Victoria's family have told me that they're likely to be back here tomorrow continuing the search for her, and we expect police to be doing the same, all of course in the hope that she's found safe and well. Jonathan Brown, ITV News, Malton.
And of course you can follow all the updates on that story on our website, the usual address itv.com/calendar. 2 people have been charged with the murder of a man in Harrogate, described by his family this evening as a much-loved son, dad, brother and uncle. 56-year-old Paul Tillett was found dead in his flat in Strawberry Dale on Sunday night. 2 men aged 26 and 34 are due before York Magistrates Court tomorrow. Another man in his 40s, arrested on suspicion of assisting an offender, has been released on bail. An investigation has been launched after a man died after falling unconscious in police custody in Leeds. The 43-year-old was arrested last Monday and no medical concerns were raised at the time. Staff found him unresponsive the following day, but he died in hospital. The Independent Office for Police Conduct is now investigating his death. A 14-year-old boy has been given a 12-month referral order for violent disorder and arson following the riot in Rotherham in August. Hundreds of people were involved in the disturbance, which was centred around a hotel housing asylum seekers. Sentencing the boy to a 12-month intensive referral order, the judge told him that his was among some of the worst behaviour he'd seen relating to the violence. 3 other boys, aged 15, 16 and 17, were also given 12-month orders for violent disorder. Derbyshire County Council has warned that a road which links Sheffield and Manchester is just one landslide away from closing for good. The Highways Director says work to keep the Snake Pass open isn't sustainable and is calling on the East Midlands Mayor to introduce a dedicated fund to provide a long-term solution. Now, the Windrush pioneer Alfred Gardner, a legend among the Leeds Caribbean community, has died aged 98. Alfred was on board the first voyage taking young men from the Caribbean to England on the Empire Windrush back in 1948 when he was aged just 22 years old. He lived in Leeds for the next 7 decades, raising a family of 5 daughters, 3 sons, 16 grandchildren and 20 great-grandchildren. He served in the RAF before founding the Caribbean Cricket Club. Well, his family have paid tribute to him this evening, saying we're so very proud of our dad, all he achieved and the impact he made, not just on our lives, but on Leeds, the city he called home for 76 years. He was a true pioneer, a member of a generation of West Indian men and women to whom the country owes so much. We will miss him, his twinkling eyes, and the laughter always.
What impressed me with Alfred was his sense of humour, fun. Even though you could tell he's probably had some challenges in terms of what that generation faced coming to Britain in the 40s, 50s and 60s. You know, he's a national treasure that, not just for Leeds, he is a UK national treasure that we should try and remember and never forget.
Now, the four hopefuls in the Conservative leadership contest have made their final pitch to MPs at the close of their annual party conference. So far, Robert Jenrick, the Newark MP, has received the most votes from colleagues. We asked him for an interview, but he wasn't available, so our political correspondent, Charanpreet Kera, tried to find him in Birmingham.
Hello, it's great to be here.
On stage, on screens, even on T-shirts, Robert Jenrick has been front and centre of this conference. But the one place we couldn't find him, in front of our camera. The Newark MP is the only leadership candidate from our region. His headline pledge is to curb immigration, but we were determined to track him down to find out his plans for Yorkshire.
Robert Jenrick, voters in Yorkshire have lost faith in your party. How will you win them back? Will you talk to ITV Calendar? Robert, we'd love to talk to you on behalf of voters in Yorkshire. Well, it's clear that Robert Jenrick has time to shake hands and win over members, but unfortunately, today he's not talking to us.
He's up against Kemi Badenoch, James Cleverly and Tom Tugendhat for the top job. We asked all four for interviews. This is what two of them said they have to offer Yorkshire.
In parts of the country, like Yorkshire, where we have that real mix of high energy urban areas, but also some of the most beautiful countryside in the UK, that we need to balance the offer to voters.
We know what Yorkshire stands for. It stands for hard work, it stands for grit and determination, and those are fundamentally Conservative values. Those are the values that have made us the most successful political party in 200 years.
Like Robert Jenrick, Kemi Badenoch didn't have time to talk. But Alexander Stafford, the former MP for Rother Valley, is backing her.
I think she's the best candidate. I think she has the right Conservative values and beliefs. I think she will appeal to more of the electorate, and I think she'll win back Rother Valley and other seats across the country.
He's not alone in hoping the party's new leader will change their fortune. High expectations, but after hitting rock bottom in July's general election, they believe the only way is up. Charanpreet Kera, ITV News.
The Princess Royal has been in South Yorkshire today to officially open a new gene therapy centre. Staff gathered to welcome Her Royal Highness at Sheffield University's new facility. During the tour, she unveiled a plaque and spoke to families who've already benefited from life-changing gene therapy, like Dharmesh's Dizalzi's son Sebastian, who has spinal muscular atrophy.
The earlier treatment for patients, the better outcomes usually in heritable genetic disease. So it's a massive milestone and it's very significant.
Most of the rare diseases are devastating, so no cure or therapies for nearly 7,000 rare conditions. And this facility will help develop therapies for these patients. Obviously, we cannot develop therapies and produce therapies for everyone, but it will definitely make a difference.
Finally, the fight to save Rose the dog has continued throughout today. It's almost a week now since the 8-year-old terrier got stuck 14 feet down a rock crevice in Halifax. Earlier, volunteers managed to drill another couple of feet and gave her some water. Now, she is still alive, but they say she may still face another night out there. OK, that's the news. Now here's Kerry with the weather.
It's looking like a chilly one. TUI sponsors ITV Yorkshire Weather.
Hello again. The weather is set to fare over the next few days. After that cloudy and damp start first thing this morning, already began to improve, and over the next few days, even drier and clearer with winds lighter, and that combination, although giving us some nice sunny spells by day, will give us some chillier nights to come. Fairly chilly overnight tonight. There's still a little bit of a breeze helping to mix the air up a little bit, but in rural shelter spots under those clearer spells tonight, where we are expecting a mostly dry story for many of us, we're into the low single figures. So certainly on the cool side as we head into Thursday. 7:13 and 6:36 are your sun times. So tomorrow, a better dose of sunshine for the morning. We are expecting some fair weather cloud for the middle part of the day, so it won't be wall-to-wall blue sky, but mostly dry, some decent sunny spells, and with the lighter winds, although coming still from an easterly direction for now, it will feel more pleasant in the sunny spells. But under the clearer skies and the light winds, we've got a much higher risk of catching a frost as we head into the early part of Friday, and maybe even some low-lying mist and fog, but plenty of sunshine into the afternoon. High pressure keeping all this at bay, at least for now.
TUI sponsors ITV Yorkshire Weather.
Thanks, Kerry. That's it for now. Calendar's back in Good Morning Britain from 6 tomorrow morning, but from all of us on the Lates team, sleep well. Good night.